Alright, what's going on guys? So I'm continuing my Valk guide series and right now we're on border. I'm going to go through 3 of the bomb sites so that you can play at them in ranked, and yeah, I'm going to go straight into it. So for Armory lockers, I like to put 1 cam on site, mainly to stop the Armory default plant. And to do that, I'll just put it up in this light here. Just literally in the light there, and it sort of like glitches through the light and it looks like it belongs there, if that makes sense. So attackers won't notice it as easy. And this sees if anybody's on the breach, if the breach is open, you'll see out onto the balcony, and you'll be able to hear if anybody comes in for the plant, and also you'll be able to see like the legs and their arms and stuff, as well as actually seeing even into archives as well. So it sees quite a lot, and it's like a good blending in cam. Some other options as well is you can kind of like just put one down here, and this sees like the default plant here. If anybody plants there, it doesn't see the plant on the door or the breach. So if you want to look outside the breach or look at the breach, you want to use that cam up there. But that's just another option. Another option as well is to throw one sort of up here, or even sort of like in these bookshelves here, and it sees the same sort of stuff. But yeah, there's a few options for just Armory default cams. The next cam I'm going to show you is in offices. And basically there's 2 different variations you can do. The first one sees more, like it even sees the hallway, but the second one's more hidden. So if you use the first one and the finder, then you're better off just moving to the second one. So the first one is up here. It's literally like it's not very hidden, and it's a very common cam, but it still seems to work. And this cam sees offices, and it sees also the hallway. If you put it higher up, you can see more into the hallway, but it's also more visible for the attackers. So that's like a decision you have to make if you want to make it see more down the hallway, or be more safe. And the second variation is to simply just put it under this desk here, like that. And this sees the same stuff kind of in offices, but it's a lot more hidden and safe to use. And yeah. So the next cam that I'm going to show you is actually for CCTV, but it's not in CCTV. So what you need to do is you need to come into CC, and you need to shoot these monitors here. This is because the monitors like block the vision because it goes behind where the monitors are. And then you want to come downstairs into customs. So once you're in customs, you just go up into detention here and shoot a hole in the floor. Let me move a little bit back. Like that, and then you'll see that wall there, and then you just simply throw it up under the wall, and then this sees all of CC, and it's like hidden behind the monitors. What you want to make sure though is you need to throw that camera after the prep phase is finished, because during the prep phase there's still the like red sort of barrier thing. It blocks that, so you can't actually throw it through there. And then from here you can kind of see the cam, but like you have to be like really looking for it. So it's a great cam to use, that one. Some other variations are you can kind of like throw cameras in here. You can throw a cam underneath here. You can throw cams even in these cupboards, but they're a bit more easy to see. As well as sort of like some other options of like throwing a cam maybe up there, up here, up in that little, because like if you see there, it kind of comes down a bit. If you throw a camera and it gets stuck in there, you can see through that window to see into CC. Does that make sense? So there's some other options you can as well. Now I'm going to go and do the tellers site. Alright, so for bathroom tellers, generally I like to play with a rotation hole here. So if you tell your teammates to make a rotate hole there, and then also, but I'll put a camera in workshop, and the place that I'll put the camera, I actually don't know if this works, but I'll try this one. Well, there's one option. You can put it in this light, like the one up in Armory, and it'll see back workshop here. So there's one option. Another option is to kind of throw it up here, or yeah, another option is to kind of like throw it up here, and this sees the same sort of stuff. It's good to watch the breach. If you're not reinforcing this, they'll probably try and breach this wall. If you're reinforcing this, they'll probably try and breach it. Or if you make it rotate, you can watch that. As well as you should be making holes in this wall, which can, if you do that, like if you're holding workshop, you should make holes in this wall to hold the window, the site window here, like that. And this can actually be seen on the camera if you make the holes right. Like that, and you can, so that there is the window jumping there. So you'll be able to see the window jumping from up there. So there's two options for workshop cameras. Another camera you can throw is up here on this beam. Like that. And this sees this sort of teller's hallway as well as a bit of passport. And you'll also hear if anybody's walking in passport. If you can't see them, you'll hear them. So there's just another cam. The good thing about that cam is it's like quite hidden. For what it sees, it's quite hidden, so it's a good option. The next cam, I'll tend to use an upstairs cam. So it'll kind of change depending on how I'm feeling, basically, if I'll use a cam in offices or if I'll use a cam in archives. So I'll show you a cam for both, basically. So for archives, I'll just put it behind this sort of fan on the roof there, like that, and the fan kind of blocks it, you see. And for this, like, the reason for putting the cam upstairs is so I can get a C4 kill. So I'll place the C4 down and I'll just ping it from below so I know where it is. Well, I know where it is just by putting it down, but if you don't know where it is from below, just ping it, like, so then you can see it on the camera, so you know where to look. And then as soon as I see someone run past, I'll just blow it up. So there's one option for a cam. So another option for Valk cams upstairs is to kind of put one like jammed behind these sort of pipes here. It's not as hidden, but this you can use to see if anybody jumps in archives office window. You can probably place it a bit better, like place it more higher up, but yeah, it'll say anybody jumping in the office's window, so you can have a C4 pre-placed below that window and just blow them up when they jump in, or you can C4 here. One thing to note though, like if you C4 in anybody here, this is actually workshop, so you need to have a rotate in the workshop to be able to do this. So if you're not extending in the workshop, you can only really C4 people that are above here, or above here. So that's, yeah, but again, if you don't want to use them cams, you can use this cam up here or this cam that I showed you before down here. Them two options work as well. Another cam that I might use is down in an open area here, and I'll just kind of put it behind the fan. Again, it doesn't really look hidden if you're looking at it from this way, but the fan, depending on what angle they're on, the fan will kind of block it. So it kind of works. You can probably place it a bit better than I just did, but yeah, that's another option for a cam down here. Now I'm going to go on to the workshop cam. Okie doke, so the workshop and ventilation site. Generally I'll use like upstairs cams a lot because this is a very vertical like site. The whole site is vertical, like destructible. So it tends to be that attackers will generally go for a vertical play, but I do kind of sometimes put a cam in customs here, and I'll just kind of put it under this table, and this cam sees anybody in customs walking around, and it'll see the legs. And the good thing about this cam is to see it, you literally have to prone. Like you can't stand up, you can't crouch. You can kind of see crouch there, but to see from this angle, you have to prone, and like it's just too much effort for somebody to actually check for it. So as long as they don't see it on a drone, it's just gonna survive. Like that's just how it is. It just survives. Some other cams you can kind of just put cams up here as well. This will see down this hallway as well as the blue desk here around this area. That's another option for a cam. So the rest of the cams I'll just use upstairs. I'll generally put 2 cams upstairs on this site, mainly because I like to play for vertical C4s. If I'm not going to hold upstairs on this site, like if I'm not going to play a roamer and roam upstairs and hold this control, I'll generally play for a C4, so I'll use both my cams. So I'll either put this cam here, but for the sake of like showing you different cams, I'll show you another cam, and that means it's the same area but just kind of like hidden behind the grates here. It's not very hidden from this side, but from this side, like if anybody's coming in from archives way, it's a lot like better. So that's just like it's just another option. Alright, so for the final cam, so there's the one downstairs in customs, there's the one over there in Armory, and I'll put this one again here. That's generally like a good go-to 3 cams for this defense, because again this is above the site and this is also vertical, like destructible, so you can get a C4 pick here as well. So yeah, that's all the sites I'm going through and all the cams that I'll show you. So if you enjoyed, drop a like and I'll see you in the next video.